on your Reddit. Fuck Team Samarax, when that nigga trashing, yeah, I said it. Mine on there is on the board, I see your hand and won't forget it. I don't judge her, but she right there getting naked, so I put her face down like a track car when I said it. Reality stone, it only gets real cause I let it, and I'm out here spitting fire, the sacred phoenix and did. And I got killed a game on my checklist, and I'm finna do it with the shit that's on my deck list. GX is the best series, hands down. If you put your hand up, bah, nigga, man down. Everybody stumbling, stop acting like a damn clown, cause shit ain't even looking pretty in my damn town.
Step into my town, it ain't looking pretty. I'm rolling with the gods, no fucking with me. Got the heart of the cards, won't get any pity out here in the streets. This is Battle City. When you step into my town, it ain't looking pretty. I'm rolling with the gods, no fucking with me. Got the heart of the cards, won't get any pity out here in the streets. This is Battle City.
I play Pokemon, but I still flip harder cards than anyone. My shit eat you alive, man-eating bug. Watch me take a life point shoot with the semi, bro. You showed up in Detroit, so I had to just Battle City. Reborn with the chrome, and you drone to some clones. Do some acid when I'm trapping, get you thrown in the hole. These hoes my phone, they won't leave the homie alone. They want that good deed for free, soldier of stone. Hard hitting your bars, missing the target. In other words, the Umi's up, this legendary's gone fishing. If you won't say it face up, pull me back down, cause you know it ain't looking pretty in my damn town.
Yeah. Hold up, ayy. Slow it down a little bit. Hold up. Ayy, step into my town. It ain't looking pretty. I'm rolling with the gods. Ayy, no fucking with me. I got the heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Ayy, I got the heart of the cards.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what up, man?
How you been?
Been good, man. You know, doing a lot of. I've actually been doing a lot more goat testing, actually, as of recently. How about
Anything
you?
spicy?
I'm not gonna lie, I do got some spice. I got some. I got non-aggression monarchs.
Yo.
Non-aggression monarchs has been buttery smooth for the past like week and a half. So I've decided whatever my next tournament is, I'm gonna take that and see what I can do.
Oh, we're like the you mean like it's like a continuous trap, right? The non-aggression zone, I think it's called.
No, so it's called non-aggression area, and it can only be activated during your standby phase. You activate it in your standby phase, and then your opponent can't summon anything in their next turn.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah, I combined that. So that with Cold Wave. So it runs like Cold Wave Monarchs, but with non-aggression area in it. And I'm not playing anything like Zaborg. I'm playing Cold Wave and then Mobius, or Cold Wave and then Thestalos take something out of your hand. So it's been pretty spicy, bro.
That's tough as hell.
That's what I've been testing. I have it almost built all the way in paper,
I just got a couple cards I gotta get. So
Yeah, I remember I used to actually play this card like years and years ago when I like before I got into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that's probably like the first floodgate I ever flipped on someone. Honestly, I was just like, yo, this card sounds pretty cool.
I've been trying to make that card work for a while. Actually, I've liked that card since I saw it in GOAT format the first time. I was like, there's something here, but I never really explored it. Now with Cold Wave, I'm like, oh yeah, this is it right here.
That's so tough.
What have you been playing? You been testing anything?
Yeah, I've just been trying to get my deck together for Genesis. I just so I thought someone had the looses for me for Burning Abyss.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So like at my locals last night, I cracked a whole box of Duelist Alliance, and that shit fucking ass. I pulled a single loose, like fuck a super rare, and just like, bro, really?
Like, come on, bruh. I get that.
Yeah, like, one of my homies went through their bulk, and they had them. I'm just like, you gonna look through your bulk sooner? Like,
right, before I crack this whole box of shit. I cracked this whole box of garbage wide open. Now you tell me you have them in your bulk.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna I want to do Genesis, but now since I'm playing Dragon Ruler in Genesis, now that Joshua Smith made his deck profile video, now everybody wants to play Dragon Ruler, and the prices are going up.
Ross, I was actually about to say that. It's like, yo, you see Josh Smith's list? Like, yeah.
Yeah, see? Everybody, like, because that was one of the first, well, I would say maybe the second or third deck where I was like, okay, Dragon Ruler and Genesis. And the first time I looked for a deck profile, I couldn't find one. And then I played against someone, a mirror match on DB, and I was like, oh, okay, let me see if there's some deck profiles. Then Joshua Smith's video, and then I went on Facebook. Everybody's looking for a Dragon Ruler core now. I'm like, what? No one cared about this deck until Joshua Smith said, yeah, it's good.
Facts.
You didn't care about Dragon Rulers. Now I'm waiting until it dies down a little bit. I don't think I'm going to an event until Vegas, and Vegas is until April, so I think I got time.
Yeah. Are you close to Vegas? Where are you at?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Word.
So I'm in the middle, really. I can really get to anything. But Vegas, I didn't get to travel this year and last year. So now that Genesis is a thing and I'm going to be hosting tournaments all through 2026, it's more beneficial now for me to travel. So it's not just me going up there just to fuck around. Like, if I'm going to play a retro format, I want to be good at it. So I need to test with more people that really play GOAT. Because there's like 6 or 7 people in this area. But like consistently, I want to test with the better players of whatever format it is.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Right.
So like, that's the worst part of being out on the East Coast is like, if you're not near Florida, it's just like New Jersey has like good competitive players,
Yeah.
but we have like our only event is like Philly regionals. Like,
yeah.
New Jersey doesn't get like any YCSs or regionals. Like the last one we had was. It was like right after COVID. I think it was actually in Edison.
Really? It's been that long since you guys got an event over there?
Yeah, we don't get shit in New Jersey. Sucks.
Dang. See, we get them down here, and people complain about how many there are down here, and I'm like, yo, there's places that haven't had a YCS in literal years. We cannot complain about anything.
Yeah, and then the Philly YCS wasn't even streamed, so it's just like you couldn't get to like try to play on stream or nothing. Just like, damn.
Yeah.
It's absolutely cooked. And it's
You're in Jersey, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to bring something out there. See if there's a Konami or a not Konami sanctioned place where I can do something out there.
Yeah, I think that's what like the GGP people told me is the problem is like all the shops out here are like OTS sanctioned stuff.
Oh, really? Dang.
Yeah. So
Well,
I'd asked them about it one time. They're just like, yeah, it's just like just New Jersey's like almost all sanctioned stuff.
yeah, that's fair. That's why my first couple, like, I found a place that's not connected to a store or anything down here. I want to try to find that on the East Coast somewhere, Atlanta maybe, because it can be done. It just has to be done in a way that makes sense. Because you have to rent out the whole place and then all that garbage. There's a lot of extra stuff that goes into it.
And like New York has like I think they've had Brooklyn regionals. Like Brooklyn regionals are like if you ever hear a horror story about Brooklyn regionals,
Yeah.
like Brooklyn just has like the worst. Like they used to run out this I guess it was like an old air base turned into like a family like activity center type thing.
Yeah.
And it was like this top floor and it was like super packed. There's like no leg room. And then
man.
I think because there's like a restaurant or like a kind of like a food court downstairs, we didn't get any lunch breaks either. So that shit was literally you win as fast as possible or you're not eating. You play against the slow players all day. Tough shit.
Yeah, you're just not gonna eat. Sorry, you're gonna starve today. There was a place that was like that. That I don't know if the place still runs, but it's in Houston, and it's called Greens Point Mall. They used to rent. There was I guess a shop in there, and they moved the shop out, and they would rent that spot out. So the food court had a Wendy's, and a Wendy's that the line was always packed. I think it was a Subway and like a Manchu Walk. And the same thing, like you have to win quickly. This was during Dragon Ruler format too. So Dragon Ruler spellbook format. You have to try to win quickly against your Dragon Ruler mirror match just so you can go get some food. 8 rounds, you're not leaving out of there till 11, and then by the time you do, everything's closed. That was the worst.
23 Nationals was like that, where it's like there's like this like food thing, like one of those like it was not I don't know how to describe it. Like it was like in the wall, I guess. That's like it's just built into the wall.
Yeah.
And there is no lunch break there. 3,000 people, it's hot as balls, and it's just like yeah, no lunch break either. Like me and like I was on like a 3-person team.
Yeah.
Like if we won, there's a McDonald's down the road. If we won, one of us would go to the McDonald's and get food for the others.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's super smart. Hey, I'll just give me your food. I've already won. I'll be right back. That's fire, actually. I wish more people would do stuff like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Are you traveling in 2026 to any tournaments or anything?
Bro, I don't know. Like, I think if Genesis gets big, I might start traveling again.
Yeah.
But, like, I just don't see myself coming back to, like, modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just...
Yeah, that's...
Especially, like...
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, with what happened with Anaheim, where they're saying, like, 80% of more, like, when you go first, you're just, like, you just win. It's just, like... Bro, just roll the dice at that point. Like, what are we doing here?
Roll the dice. You got it. Okay, game 2. Let's go. Let's just roll it right now. Let's get it. That's probably the only reason. Well, the only reason I would travel is for either a big GOAT event or like YCS Vegas, just because I know Genesis is gonna be there. I want to try to play in a Genesis tournament, but the ones that they have around me are just not the best, because it's not everybody has the cards yet, because you know you got to go out and get cards for these old decks or that people are trying to hoard, and if it's Vanquish Soul or something like that, they're not trying to give it up anymore. So
Yeah, you're cooked on that.
exactly. So I think by the time April comes around, either it'll be more balanced out, or I can be like, okay, I can just use this as testing against good players for the next event. But for me to travel, it'll have to be, I can't do modern. It'll have to be Genesis or retro formats. I don't even see myself traveling for Edison anymore because there's so many Edison tournaments, people doing underground Edison. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I definitely like. I want to travel for those. You know, like I forget if it's Goat or if it's Edison, but they have some shop in Maryland has like a GGB or something. But it's just like that's like a 3-hour drive. I'm just like I don't know. I probably have to like get like a hotel or some shit. I'm just like, so I'm not trying to make a 3-hour drive back at like 10 o'clock at night or something.
Yeah, dude, that's never worth it. After using your brain all day looking at Yu-Gi-Oh cards, nah, forget that. I definitely get that. But let's so we'll talk about the I watched the video already. So I watched your original deck profile video. So I kind of understand some of the concepts, but I know you said it changed a lot since then.
Yeah, 'cause that one I couldn't get the third of each can soldier, so I was playing like one morphing jar. I was playing like a solemn judgment.
Oh, that's
like
right.
I literally like dead ass pulled like a gold rare like solemn judgment out of like my trade binder. I'm like, we're just gonna play this.
Yeah, like this negates things. I can go with that. Yeah. So we can talk about it. Like I'll just set it up and then I'll kind of let you go from there. Well, since the cards are right here, what style do you want to do it in? Because the only thing I want to do is interject and ask questions that either the chat is asking or that the player base that's gonna watch the video might ask.
I don't know, we probably just like you can shave off like the 10 cards that are in like every goat deck. Like what is it, like Breaker,
Trinity,
Trinity,
MST,
King, Air Force. Like those cards, like we already know are in there.
Right. Like the cards that are, because Scapegoat, Metamorphosis, you know, Magician of Faith. But you definitely got to talk about the fact that you can Metamorphosis their shit too. That's fire. I didn't know that until we talked about it last time. I was like, yo, that's fire.
Stuff as hell. Someone drops a Chaos Dork, they're like, banish, like, alright, Soul Exchange, meta that shit.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for my Ryu Senshi for free.
Facts.
So definitely got to talk about that. And then one thing that I know I'm going to ask for sure is the tune tables. When do you activate the tune tables? And then what exactly are you going to get in certain situations? Like obviously tune Cannon Soldier, but you can also tune tables to tune tables if you need to for deck thinning and things like that.
So what I like to do with those, I have this like philosophy of when I play this deck that I only want to keep one Cannon Soldier in my hand at a time, so I don't want to lose to duo or like a card destruction. So I try to just like use them conservatively, where it's like if I'm like bricking, I guess, and if I'm not like seeing like what I need to see, then like sure I'll go through all of them just to like thin out the deck. Otherwise, I'll just hold on to them, so that way I can just always have a Cannon Soldier in my hand.
Okay, that's
so like. Yeah, so if I go like play a Cannon Soldier and I have a tune table in my hand, I'll use that tune table to just guarantee that there's another Cannon Soldier in my hand.
Oh, okay. So you can
like,
once one's gone, then you can just summon the other one straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. Smart. Okay. Everything else looks pretty straightforward. So I'll set it up. I'll do the, hey, Token Black, blah, 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 blah. Got Mark here. He's going to talk about the Cannon Soldier deck, and then I'll just let you go. I'll let you go off. And then if there's any questions that'll pop up, I'll just interject them in between.
Sounds good.
All right, easy money. All right, hold on. Let me set this TikTok up. Much better, not good. All right. A-Rocks, yes, this is Dueling Network. And no, I do not play. Mo Braun, what up, bro? Mo Braun is here. What's good? Do you play Master Duel? No. Is this Dueling Network? Technically, yes, but it's called Dueling Book. So duelingbook.com is what's being used here. And Hopebringer appreciates you for being the #1 gifter. That's tough. Shout out my guy Mo Braun. Hopefully I think he's still playing dual tamer format, so respect to the guy. Anyways, what's good YouTube? Oh wait, I'm gotta hit the record button. What's good YouTube? It's your boy Token Black, aka Don Zalug. I make sure everybody eats. And today we got a deck analysis for Cannon Control. This is what you're looking at right here. Cannon Control. 6 Cannon Soldiers, and one of the most innovative control decks that I've seen, but a use of Cannon Soldier in a way that's not straight up FTK, in a way that's not degenerate. There's cards, the way that Cannon Soldier is worded, there's a lot of things that can go. I did an interview with Mark last week. Now he's back. This is his Cannon Soldier deck. So I'm going to the background and I'll ask questions as Mark continues to go through, but this is his build, so I'll let him talk about it. Mark, take it away, man.
So we're on effectively 9 Cannon Soldiers. We're playing 3 of the regular, 3 tunes, and then 3 tune tables. So something that we were talking about before was with the tune tables is like, do you turbo through them? Do you use them? And I think like the first thing that's like most important is when you're playing this deck is trying to just maintain 1 Cannon Soldier in your hand at a time. So that way it's not like you lose to Card Destruction, you lose to Delinquent Duo, things like that. So you can turbo through them to kind of just like, if you're trying to just like thin out the deck. Otherwise, I always just say like you play like the 1 Cannon Soldier, then you use Tune Table. And then otherwise, if you have like multiple Tune Tables or anything like that, then you just don't even play them because you don't want to lose those like hand rip effects. Just like all the things that are very like basic to go, like Breaker, Charity, like Trinity, Double Knock, MST, Snatch Steal, Ring, Mirror Force. I don't think that's like super important. It's very obvious. So this deck originally started, like the original idea was I wanted to build a Last Will toolbox deck, and you might notice there's no Last Wills in the deck. So the original idea was like, so what's really cool is like Toon Cannon, Cannon Soldier contribute themselves, and that would have enabled Last Will. And then I started thinking more about like, what if I take my opponent's monsters, I attribute those to Cannon Soldier, things like that. It's like kind of like Soul Control almost, like the Monarchs. And then I just started thinking more and more into that, where I was like, what else can I do with Cannon Soldier that like Monarchs can't do? And it's just kind of cool that they're just like normal summon bodies. So I thought that was neat, so you don't have to like brick on Monarchs. I was thinking about like siding Monarchs though, instead of like Dust Tornadoes, trying to like Mobius, things like that. Thought that'd be cool. So when I was first building this, I think one of the big like things I got stuck on was, how can I like, what other cards can I actually put in this deck? And let me see if I can actually find the channel. I'm pretty sure it's called like Retro Yu-Gi-Oh or something. It's like one of the only other like Cannon Soldier deck lists out there. And
I think I know
they
what
had
you're talking
mentioned,
about.
yeah, they had mentioned it was how Soul Exchange isn't like just tribute the monster. Like how it's played in Soul Control is like you just play Soul Exchange, you tribute it in for your Monarch. But Soul Exchange just says that the targeted monster, that the next time that you would tribute, you have to tribute that monster, not even just for a tribute summon. So you can actually use Soul Exchange to tribute to the Cannon Soldiers, to Enemy Controller, to Mystic Walk, and to Metamorphosis. So it just enables a lot of like really crazy stuff. Like the first time I brought this deck to a tournament, I'm pretty sure every one of my opponents had to pick up Soul Exchange and read like, wait a minute, it does that?
You must tribute that monster, not for a tribute summon, just straight up tribute the monster. That's fire.
Yeah, it was just like, it was really crazy how many times like everyone just like had to pick this up and like read what's actually doing. And there'll be times where it's like you go to activate Soul Exchange and they immediately go to like tribute their monster away. It's like, no, I gotta summon my Cannon Soldier and declare priority. Hold up. Your monster's going away, just hold up.
They just immediately assume it's gonna be a monarch. Like, no. Normal summon first, now tribute it. That's funny. That's funny.
So like originally it was just like the Cannon Soldiers, the Brain Cons, and the Soul Exchanges. And that's why I started thinking like, yo, the Metamorphosis is kind of good. And now it's like, well, if I'm playing Metamorphosis, I might as well play Scapegoat. And like vice versa was true, where it's like if I play Scapegoat, I can tribute them to deal 2,000 damage. So it makes sense also Metamorphosis either way. But just being able to use like Metamorphosis with Soul Exchange was kind of just like the icing on the cake with all that.
Yeah. Wow. So your Metamorphosis works with every card. You brain control their stuff. You can meta it. You can take it with enemy controller. You can Soul Exchange it. And then, if none of that works, I can just use one of my Scapegoat tokens to go into Thousand Eyes. So that's really, really good. I see why the Sangan is in there. So why did you choose Breaker as kind of the one of anomaly card rather than anything else, like a tribe maybe or something like that?
Honestly, I feel like spell trap removal is just really good in GOAT.
Yeah.
Breaker's just always been like an MVP for me. I think like changes that I could make to it, like I've thought about cutting like a Brain Con and something else to try like Gravekeeper Spies. Tribe is just like, I feel like I want more things to discard, or I'd want to be playing like a Blackluster or Chaos Orc or just something to capitalize off the discard outside of just playing a Sinister Serpent.
Right, yeah. That's fair.
And then like, I was also just thinking like, I don't really need to kill my opponent's monsters when I can just like use them as fodder for like Cannon Soldiers. Like I'd rather them have the monsters on field, so that way like my other cards become live.
Yeah, that makes a good point. With all the brain controlling, and it seems like you want to go second, but you know, they have to have a monster on board for brain control to be live, enemy controller, Soul Exchange, all of that. So speaking of actually monsters on board, one question that I was going to ask was, do you have a problem with face down monsters? I see you got the 2 knock, but in a situation where you have maybe a Cannon Soldier, are you immediately attacking face down monsters? Are you letting your opponent flip them so you can take them later? What is your kind of strategy when it comes to face downs?
So Soul Exchange just target any monster. So if they set a monster, like you're basically playing 5 copies of knock. You can't like tribute it to meta. Like I've had an interaction where if you go like, I believe it's like if you go Soul Exchange and they predict that it's a meta, I've had one of my opponents actually book their monster to try to protect it against meta. But usually if it's like if it's not the perfect hand, right, and it's just like, then I I kind of try to like play more passive until those pieces come up. So if it's just like we're chilling with like the scapegoat, we have like the econ, the ring, the magic cylinder, something just like so they can't like get too aggressive against me.
Yeah.
And if it's like one of those situations where it's like they don't flip it right away, now you can know it's like okay, that's probably a spy. That could be like a night assailant. I haven't summoned a monster. Just like little things like that where you kind of just like cross off what it may or may not be.
Yeah, just like a process of elimination kind of thing.
Yeah.
The deck looks very solid as far as cards working with each other. The scapegoat, it looks like every card works with something else. I guess the magic cylinder, so is that more just I'm gonna do damage, but I may not do enough damage to kind of end the game?
Yeah, the magic cylinder was kind of just like a meme card, honestly. Like this isn't really a burn deck, but it can play as a burn deck in essence.
Right.
Like one of like the big plays in this deck is like when you go first and it's like you go set your scapegoat, you can pass on that, honestly. And if all they do is like set their monsters or whatever, and you go like scapegoat, summon the cannon soldier, that's 2,000 damage right there. 2,500 if you like sack the cannon soldier, 3,000 if you have a soul exchange. So then like sometimes the magic cylinders just gets you there.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. You could really
There's times where it's like
into some burn stuff if you were trying to go that route, but you know.
yeah, and there's times where it's like if they're playing like aggro, like one tournament I played it at, I played against like it was like 2 or 3 chaos turbo decks and then like a warrior deck, and against the warrior deck it was like brain con their blade knight, hit them with their blade knight, summon the cannon soldier, tribute away their blade knight, and it's just like just a shit ton of damage. They lose their monster, and it's like it's so good. Like this deck like eats aggro decks alive, honestly.
So your matchup versus warrior, chaos turbo, earth aggro is pretty good, just based on the fact that you can take their monster before they push, or slow. You can still also slow them down with the scapegoats too. So. Yeah. Okay.
And then against like the chaos decks where it's just like you're effectively playing like the 5 copies of knock, like you just get rid of their flip monsters really well. Like aggro decks have a hard time pushing, especially like you mentioned, like the scapegoats can just wall them out.
Yeah, the warrior, I know for a fact, being a longtime warrior player, anything with scapegoats in it is tough to get around for warrior players, because the warrior deck is mainly focused on that 1-for-1 type action, where this deck can wall you with the scapegoats, but also win the 1-for-1 game, because as long as you keep putting monsters on board, you're giving me monsters to take from you and use against you. So
yeah, it's like the whole design philosophy of this deck. Like originally, I was playing Sakuretsu armors to protect the cannon soldiers after I used them.
Yeah.
But then I moved to the enemy controller, so I'm like, oh, I can either swap them to defense, or I can like soul exchange one of their monsters to econ the other, and then summon the cannon soldier. I was like, it's so wacky.
That's 3 interactions right there off one card. Because it does in essence do the same thing Sakuretsu does, where it saves your monster from being destroyed. That's the main thing right there.
Yeah, it's just like it just synergizes better, and then it's just like I feel like it definitely like has better results. Whereas like Sakuretsu, just like I'm gonna take the monster off the board. It's like, no, I'm gonna put that in defense. I'm gonna tribute it later, or I'm just gonna tribute it right now. Whichever, we got going.
Neither one of us knows when this monster is getting tributed, but we both know it is. That's what we need to establish right now.
Facts.
So I do see you got the Sakuretsu armors in the side deck. Talk about the side deck a little bit and kind of the card choices that you went with.
So I think like the elephant in the room is the side deck dust shoots rather than main deck them. Coming off of like playing modern Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's like you side deck the mulch armies because you don't want to see them game one if you're going to be going first. It's kind of like the same idea where it's like I don't want to see my dust shoots when I'm going second, and I play against any deck that just like if you play against like Warrior for example, and they have like here's all my back row, I have a Judgment back here, and here's a Blade Knight. It's like now this card's just dead.
Yeah.
I'd rather just play it for like when I do go first, and I just like have like one like I've had games where I've seen like I just open the one, draw into the next one, and just rip their hand apart.
Yeah, like you said earlier, and I'm on the same wave with you. Back row removal in GO format is really good. I try to have 3 Dust Tornado and sometimes the MST in any deck that I'm playing, just because of how important back row removal is. And in that non-aggression Monarch build, if you're not going to be summoning anything, I want to get your back row out the way so I feel more comfortable when I make my big push, or more comfortable when I just want to attack. Because Cannon Soldier has how much? 14? So you getting some damage in there when you attack. 14 is not just a little bit of damage, especially when you double it with cards like Scapegoat, popping for 2,000 and then getting in there for an extra 1,400 after you brain controlled their monster and attack them with it. Just tribute, attack, tribute, attack. It's that easy.
Yeah, and I've played like the one thing that like I gotta say about Can Soldier I really hate about that 14 is he just trades.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can. I think my Discord went down or something. But anyways, yeah, it does trade terribly with recruiters. I'm definitely ramming my Shining Angel right into that.
Facts. It's like, yeah, it's like the one complaint I have about the card.
I think it would be too broken if it was 15 though.
Yeah, it'd be too much at 15. There's been games where it's like I play against like a Chaos Turbo, where it's just like I've had games where it's like I'll actually set the Cannon Soldier because all they have is like spies on board or something.
Right.
It's like they can't beat over the Cannon Soldier, and then like in the side I'm playing Soul Release, so I'm just ripping apart their grave. So it's like their Chaos Sorks are dead, their BLS is dead, and they have no way to beat over that 13 on my favorite retro cards. But I feel like this deck's normal summon is just so important. I really couldn't afford to play Kaikus. Like, I want to just make sure my normal summon is here's a Cannon Soldier, tribute one of your guys.
You can just
So
maximize
just like,
your normal summon as much as possible. That makes sense.
Yeah. I was like, we're just gonna go with the Soul Releases. And then like the armors were more of just like because I wanted to I put the Sakuretsus in the
On the side of the first thing that you said of how important the normal summon is. So, and you're trying to maximize the Cannon Soldier. So if you do go Monarch, then the rest of the cards don't really synergize as well. Well, I guess they're level 6, so you can meta them away or something like that. So I get it.
Yeah.
But I do understand why you wouldn't want to go Monarchs if if that was an option.
Yeah. My thought was just like this deck is like a non-traditional soul control deck.
Yeah.
So I feel like siding in the Monarchs it'd still all work together with like the Brain Con and Soul Exchange. But it would just like it would definitely like mess up with like the metas and the scapegoats.
Yeah.
But I think like I feel like it would be okay. Like the main idea was like I can swap out the tune tables because those are essentially like 7, 8, 9 on tune of my Can Soldiers. I swap those out for like some Monarchs that would be good. So I'm still playing like 9 monsters that have like a tribute effect to them, and that just sides into like certain matchups.
So now that I'm thinking about it, you can Cannon Soldier, take their monster, tribute the Cannon Soldier for whatever Monarch. That's really good. Or Cannon Soldier, take their monster, tribute Mobius, their back row,
Yeah.
attack, then trib the Mobius. Ooh, that's
Oh
actually.
man, we're cooking.
I'm kind of cooking now.
That's pretty cast.
That's cooked. 24 and 14 is 38. Push minus the plus. Let's say you do just the Mobius. That's an extra 5, so that's 43.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
That's tough.
Even
like
after what
something
I
else.
just said, I kind of like that a lot.
Something else you could do is like whether you go like first or second, I guess it's probably preferably first is like you have like the scapegoat,
Yeah.
and it's like you can go like meta into like Thousand Eyes. Thousand Eye take their monster, and now because it's like it's not the scapegoat token, you can tribute the Thousand Eyes that way into like a Mobius or something too.
Ooh, yeah. Mobius, and if they have an answer against Mobius, they kind of have to do something because it's 2 back row opening up. So if they have a Solemn, in most cases, they have to use it.
Yeah, so it's like you take their monster, you force out any interaction that they've got, and it's just like it's trade so insanely good.
I like the Mobius a lot, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's why I was like
that.
it was just really insane with this deck. It's just like it can win on just so many different axes where it's just like it can grind you out with like the Metamorphosis into Thousand Eyes, like steal their monsters, beat them down with those. You can burn them out. Like that's the purpose of the Sinister Serpent in the deck. Is if you play against any kind of like slower deck, like Can Soldier can be a slower deck. Sometimes it can win extremely fast because like Brain Con just aggro them out.
Right.
Other times you kind of have to grind them down, and then like grind games if they're not like interacting with the Cannon Soldier. I've played games where I'll set the Sinister Serpent, tribute it for 5, pass turn, and then just keep looping it back into hands. Like, you interact with the Cannon Soldier, like, you're just gonna lose it through attrition.
I'm just gonna get you in 500 point intervals if you don't interact with this Cannon Soldier right now.
Yeah.
Now, I definitely... I'm gonna end it, but I definitely want to keep talking with you about the Mobius thing. I really like that. But is there anything else you want to say about the deck? And this is Mark's deck. He came up with this idea. So I just I'm glad that I'm able to showcase decks like this, decks that are not your conventional chaos this, chaos that. For me, I've been a rogue player pretty much my whole career. My first meta deck was windups, and I hated it. I hated it. Playing meta was fun. It was cool. I got a couple wins, but it's just not me, man. So, you know,
like when everyone knows what you're doing too, and like everyone's main and side deck is just made to play against you.
dude,
It's like, bro, I don't want people to be prepared for me. What do you mean?
exactly. The whole point is so they're not prepared. If you're playing one of these top 3 decks and they see the same card, the same Kaiku, here's a Night Assailant. Oh, I know what this does. Oh, first turn Thunder Dragon. Like, I've been rogue my entire career. I played Beast Down during all of that Chaos Turbo when the
That's
game
tough.
like first started. I was like, Berserk Gorilla, okay. Oh, Gaia Power. Oh, and Rage Battleox, I can pop for defense. King Tiger Wangu, that's pretty cool.
So I love King Tiger.
King Tiger. Now that I'm somebody that like plays recruiters, King Tiger makes me want to throw up. But back when I was playing Beast Down, I can give me a face up King Tiger Wangu with a Dust Tornado behind it. I'm chilling.
This deck gets hosed by a King Tiger. If I don't see an out for King Tiger, like I've played games where people drop a King Tiger after seeing what this deck's doing.
Yeah.
I was like, alright, here's King Tiger. It's like, shit.
I haven't been able to side these in, but now I can, and I'm going to.
Facts.
Go ahead and send them out. If you tell them where to find you at, and then if you got anything else to say about the deck, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead. You got it.
So You can find me at Toasty TCG. That's pretty much like my only social media for like YugiTube. I thought about doing Twitch or like doing any other social media, but it's Toasty TCG all the way. I feel like this deck is just kind of like a love letter to the format. Like it's not dead. Keep playing GOAT format. Keep building. Keep innovating. Like we're talking about like the non-aggression zone deck, where you're just like that's just a card that you've been fascinated with and you've been building with it. And it's just like that's so cool. We're just like keep building different GOAT decks. Find a card that you love, get attached to it, find a way to make that card work for you, and you can still build good decks in GOAT that aren't Chaos Turbo.
That's a great way to end it. Hear what this man just said. You can build something in GOAT that's not Chaos Turbo. I'm out of here. Different Dimension Podcast, deck analysis, cannon control. If you guys want to see some games with the deck, let me know. We'll talk about it. But other than that, we out of here. Have a good day. Yes, sir. Okay, hell yeah. That was good. That was good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, okay. So, Mobius, what cards would it just be a straight up switch for the Dust Tornadoes?
That's what I was thinking, honestly. I was like, I think the Dust Tornadoes could be the cut, where it's like, I think, because I actually tried that. I think I have the deck like pieced apart right now. So I was trying to build 2 GOAT decks for one of my friends that's just getting into the game.
Right.
So I have like a matching deck to teach them with. But let's see if I have the sides sitting around here. Yeah, I think it was like I tried taking them out, and it's like, what's it looking like right now? It's like, it's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so right now, the last side deck I tried was, let's see, 3 Dust Shoots, the 2 level limits, swords. These cards just feel like turn skips. The level limits and the swords, they just feel like turn skips, honestly.
Yeah. So level limit is definitely turn skip for sure.
Yeah. And then like I mentioned, like trying to cut the numbers on like brain cons. I think what I did. Let's see if I. Yeah, Bro, why did I take this deck apart right before doing a whole video? Was I thinking? Oh yeah, I think it was like, so I moved mind cons into the main. It looks like I have like the deck kind of like garbled up right now. I moved,
mind con, yeah, because you can still tribute it with when it's mind con, right?
No, that's the downside. That's why I originally was playing mind cons, but then I cut them because they can't be used to tribute. But then like last time I played against Chaos Turbo, I was just like I wasn't seeing like any of my cannon soldiers. I just wasn't seeing any. Just like tribute is just like total like mismatch in my hand like the whole day. Yeah. But then I was just like, man, we're just gonna put Minecon back in the main. We're just gonna suck it up.
That's fair.
But yes, I think I'm trying like to side deck the brain cons because they're still really good against aggro decks. It's just like if you play like against Chaos Turbo all day, and there's like I'm just gonna set every single monster until I can like go Heavy Storm BLS.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They're just at some point they're gonna see what you're doing game 1, and then game 2 just be like, all right, set the spy. Okay, you got the knock. You don't. Okay, set the Magician Faith. You don't have knock yet. Okay, cool. And they're just gonna keep setting things. Especially in Monarch builds too, like you kind of have to wait until they Monarch and then kind of go from there.
Yeah, so what I tried was, because my locals, we don't have like any kind of like panda burn, so I went down from 2 Mystic Walks to 1.
Okay.
And then looks like the armors and the Dust Tornadoes went out, so it's like 2 Brain Cons, 2 Mobius, a Zaborg, and a Jinzo.
Ooh. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think that was like the first attempt like cook. I think like it could be like 2 Mobius, 2 Zaborg. I think go like a lot of different ways. Like
why? Are you in more situations where you want to get rid of back row or a monster on board?
That's a tough one. It's probably like ideally it would be like tribute their monster into like the Mobius to hit their back row.
Yeah.
Like this deck just like pieces apart monsters a lot, so it'd probably be like ideally like hitting the back row.
Because with the Zaborg, and this is just what I found. This is what I found when I was playing Soul Control, why I didn't play Zaborg, is because unless they have a monster and a face down, or it's aggro and you've somehow let them summon 2 monsters, Zaborg is just dead. Yeah, it's just dead in your hand.
Yeah.
So like in this case, in this build, I'd feel more comfortable drawing a Mobius because at least I'm getting 1 back row out the way.
Mm-hmm.
But you're removing, most turbo decks are probably playing 8 back row. You get rid of 2 good ones, or force them to use the Book of Moon on your Mobius rather than your Cannon Soldier. You know, you can set up more plays that way.
Facts. Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely cut the Zaborg. So what do you think? Like go from 2 Mobius to 3?
I'm gonna say either 3 Mobius or 2 Mobius and a Jinzo.
Yeah, I think that's the move, definitely. Just those, and then like I'd probably like keep 1 Dust Tornado in, maybe. That might be it.
Yeah, because there are gonna be times where you want to see it in end phase, especially with Chaos Turbo when they're going where they set either like a Regeki Break or a Phoenix Moon Wind Blast.
Facts.
You know, you want to have something against that because in that case, if you Mobius and they Phoenix Moon Wind Blast it, that sucks. If they Regeki Break it, okay, that's, you know, that was gonna happen anyway, but
yeah, we got it out the way.
Exactly. So
sometimes they'll do. I've noticed people, like, you go to like Soul Exchange them, they'll Regeki Break their own monster.
Oh, hey, even better.
Like, okay, we hold on to our tributes and like you got rid of your own monster, deal.
Thanks, we're cool with that. I'll just use this on the next monster you summon.
Facts.
That's so real. I like double Mobius and Jinzo or 3 Mobius. I guess it kind of depends on what your meta is, but Jinzo hits a lot of stuff, and then you can side in your turn skip cards, like your swords and maybe level limit. But you know they're
what could
gonna
actually
fall
be
back
kind of
on
insane?
traps. Yeah.
Just to like give the deck like some push to it. It could be like an Air Knight, honestly.
I love Air Knight. That is my, like, since I stopped playing Zaborg as heavily, Air Knight has been the card that I go to nowadays.
Yeah, that could be kind of tough.
It's great against face downs, and actually, it solves the face down problem because even though you're playing 5 knock, you have the 5 knock. Soul Exchange takes away your battle phase, which kind of sucks. But Air Knight, as soon as they see that, they have to then think about if they want to set something or not.
Yeah, like they got to answer it then and there.
Exactly.
Like even if they get another turn because I Soul Exchange them, it's still like they play the answer now, or like they're getting hit.
Exactly, and then I'm drawing cards, and
Facts.
mostly it's about any card that I can put on board that forces you to interact with it so that you're not interacting with my Cannon Soldier.
Yeah.
So I forced this interaction with the Air Knight. Okay, I have an Air Knight on board. You either do something to this right now, or I get a free attack on your face down monster or whatever it is, and I'm gaining advantage. So that's always been my kind of thought process with Air Knight, like, answer it or don't.
Yeah, it just like it's definitely a card that like it demands an answer.
Right.
I feel like it's just been, like it's been phased out of the game because it's like it's another thing you have to tribute for. Whereas like a lot of the chaos decks, like they just want to like play all their back row. They just want to like
Right.
set their flip monsters. They like got no time for like tributing.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
think like this deck just like capitalizes off like being able to tribute just so much. I think like just when you grind them out and then like solidify it with like an Air Knight,
Hmm.
like that would be really tough.
It's free too. And then also think
Yeah.
about this. You got the econs to put things in defense so that you can attack them with the Air Knight.
That's so good.
You know what I mean? You got the
Facts.
brain control to take whatever. I take your monster, move it out of the way, summon Air Knight. Now I'm
That's
hitting
it
you
out of
for
here.
19 and drawing a card.
So good. Yeah. I think that's the move is cuts the board for an Air Knight.
Hmm. I think that'd be tough. I think that'd be super tough.
Yeah.
And it's a level
Yeah, that-
5. I mean, Zaborg is a level 5 too, but if you need to metamorphosis into like Fiend, Skull Dragon, or I think Dark Balter is the other 5.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Dark Balter, so like gives you a cool
Oh, then
meta
you have
target.
Reaper, too.
Hmm. So you got options. Like,
Facts. You got Fiend Skull, Reaper, Dark Walter.
Dark Ball. Yeah, the only thing that Air Knight is not good against is, well, I wouldn't say it's bad against aggro decks, but Blade Knight can get over it. You know, Berserk Gorilla, if you do see that, I've been seeing a lot more people citing that nowadays.
I think it's good for like the chaos matchups.
Right.
I think like against any kind of warrior deck, it would just be like the Mobius and the Jinzos.
Hmm.
Whereas like Air Knight would just go in against like those real passive, like I'm just gonna set my guys, I'm just gonna play some back row. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you ain't, dog. You're gonna deal with the 19.
We're putting pressure on that. Either you either answer this right now, or I'm about to draw 3. That's so fire. Yeah, that'd be a good So what were you thinking? Double Mobius, double Air Knight, 1 Jinzo?
I think it's like the 2 Mobius, a Jinzo, and an Air Knight.
Oh,
I'm
and
not
1
sure
Air
like
Knight. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, 2 is too much. One is enough, especially if you're gonna be, and then you can make the decision on how many tribute monsters you want to bring in. Because
yeah, because I think it caps at 3. I think so. I think they just swapped for the tune tables.
yeah. Oh,
Like
okay,
that's
I
the
got you.
only
Yeah,
thing.
that
Like
makes
this
sense.
deck is so absurdly tight.
Mhm.
Like if I play against like a deck that's like playing flips, I can't get rid of the Nox. I think like sometimes Cylinder I side out. Like sometimes I'll side out like 1 tune table.
Mhm.
I think adding the tributes in gives me like a good argument to just side all 3 of them out.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Because you're opening up, you still have the same amount of cards that make your opponent's monster tribute fodder.
Mhm.
But in that, okay, so in that case, right, and obviously you haven't tested it yet, but just hypothetically, you put in more tribute monsters. How, if you take out the tune tables, no, never mind. Are you still putting the same pressure on Cannon Soldier to do what it does if you side into more tribute monsters?
You mean like if I have like say like I have like a tribute monster and a can soldier, which one am I going with?
Yeah, kind of. Because what I'm trying to get to is see what your mindset is on your, how quickly do I need to get to Cannon Soldier if I have these tribute monsters in here now?
Let's see. Yeah, it sounds like something like that has to get tested. But I
Yeah.
think like overall, like the deck still plays very similar to a soul control deck. So I think
Right.
as long as I'm seeing something in hand that I'm like I can tribute my opponent's monsters away, I think we're good.
Right.
But
I got you.
because like if it ends up being a situation where it's like if this was a tune table that get me into my cannon soldier to set up like my scapegoat,
Mhm.
like that's one thing. But if it's like anything else where it's like I have the brain con, I have the soul exchange, then it's like I have the tribute, and it's like we're all good to go.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's
So I think like it gets slightly worse with like if it's like scapegoated and tribute summon, whereas like if it was like scapegoat and the cannon soldier, but I think any other situation is good.
any other situation that's not a scapegoat, then you're
Yeah.
good with the yeah. Because you still got meta off the scapegoat, you still got enemy controller off the scapegoat, so you can make use of it even without cannon soldier, and kind of slow roll into your monarch plays.
Yeah, it might be doable to like cut down like if I side in like into like the tribute monsters, maybe I can cut down like a scapegoat for something. Just like I don't know, that might be a little too much to cut.
Yeah, like you said, the deck is it's tight, yo. I'm not even gonna lie. Like there's a lot of things you just cannot touch.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Nox you can't touch, brain, soul you can't touch. The only things that are really interchangeable, I would say, are the tune tables and the cylinder. Like everything else you can't really mess with unless you're going
like
heavy into a different route.
I've sided out like one or two brain cons when I play against like any kind of flip deck.
Right.
I think
so there's one
that's
right
something.
there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Like maybe trying to like side deck two of the brain cons and only main one of them. It's like there's so many times where it's just like if I'm not playing against aggro, the card can become dead like very often.
Where you're just holding it for multiple turns, waiting on them to play into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
I think like Minecon just steal their value, and then like I'll just eventually see the tribute pit place anyway.
I definitely like Minecon because you can take their, say, Dekoichi or Moth or something, get value off of it, and then either tribute it for your cannon soldier or a tribute monster.
Nah, Minecon, you can't tribute on if you Minecon them, but you can still like Dekoichi them.
Right. Oh fuck, I forgot.
Or even if you go like Minecon, flip their Moth, get back your Minecon, like at least they didn't get anything.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't get any value off of it.
Yeah, and now they know that you have a Minecon in hand, so they're gonna be like more hesitant to like set anything too until they see something try to like bait it out. And then like once they set something, it's like,
If you took out the brain controls, that's what you would put in mind controls.
Yeah, I would take out. I think I would take out two brain cons and main deck mind cons.
Okay, I got you. And then just like side the brain controls in for the chaos variant or the warrior variant or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I think that's the move.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and then anything that sets, I wouldn't say Magic Cylinder is something you need against things that set, but those sets also go into like BLSs and Chaos Works and stuff, so there's a ladder that it's going up to, but if you draw it mid-game, it's better, obviously.
Yeah, Cylinder's like, it's definitely been hit or miss. Like, there's times where it's like, it gets me through the early game, if there's just like, I have like that, what's it called, like confirmation bias, where it's like, it wins the game, it's like, oh, this card's amazing. And there's other times where it's like, oh, this card sucks, why am I playing this?
That's so true, though. That's so true. Testing is like, all right, I love this card. This card's good. I love it. This is great. And then a couple games later, it's like, all right, this card is kind of trash.
Yeah, it's just like,
take it out completely. What was I thinking? This card sucks.
Scrolling through like all the Go cards ever made, it's like, what do I replace this card for?
Dude, I've done that so many times. When I was putting that non-aggression area deck together, I scrolled through all the traps and I'm like, okay, let me see if there's anything that kind of interacts with this just inherently. But there isn't, but I definitely went through all 180 pages or whatever it was trying to find something.
It's facts. I've been there just trying to find like some like weird Go card that I've never heard of.
Yeah, it's fun doing that. I have fun trying to find those types of cards, bro.
Yeah, I think like something I wanted to build, I think it's called, what's it called, Death Scissors or something? I need to look it up. It's like this little like 1,000 attack guy. I think like when he deals damage, he does something silly when he hits the opponent.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, KA2 Death Scissors. When this card destroys a monster and sends it to the grave as a result of battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's level times 500. He's
Damn.
he only has 1,000 attack. That's the downside.
You put an Axe of Despair on that. Now it's 2,000. Getting over that Kaiku and dealing 2,000. Damn.
2,000?
Jesus Christ.
You could level limiter removal him too.
Ooh. And it's a dark monster.
And it's a dark, so that could definitely set something up. Like, and there's like a level 5 version of him too, I think.
Let's see.
Like that's something
I like the Death cards.
Yeah.
Death Kangaroo. I wanted Death Kangaroo to be so good, but never made it out.
Yeah, that was definitely like something I wanted to mess with. I could have sworn there's a level 5 version of him. I think he's like it's like a scorpion or something now. I'm trying to find it. 'Cause, like the whole idea seems so neat. Yeah, it's like a level.
You put a literally an Axe of Despair makes it a 2,000, and you're hitting for 2,000 on a Kaiku.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of good. I like the idea a lot. It's like just stuff like that where it's like you can just cook with just like the most random cards in this format. And it's like if you just know what you're doing when you build a deck, like it can work.
That's what I've been trying to like tell people. Like it's not just Chaos Turbo. There's so many cards in Go format that haven't been looked at, explored, any of that, dude. That's what
just
I do when I get bored. I just go through and I'm like, oh, okay. I tried to build a Chusuke the mouse guy.
Oh, I know. That's like the Monk Fighter deck.
Yeah, I tried to build that. I was like, might as well try it and then at least see what happens. It has a lot of support cards, actually.
Yeah. Oh, Needle Burrower. That's what the card is. 1,700, level 5. Does the same thing. If it runs something over, it deals 500 times the level.
That's pretty busted. I'm not gonna lie. And limiter removal too.
Yeah, they're both machines.
Let's see. Limit removal's at 3, right?
Yeah, you got 3 of them things. That's actually like a variant of Reasoning Gate is a Machine Reasoning Gate because they turbo into like limiter removal and try to play Fusiler.
Yeah, I've lost many times to that deck, unfortunately.
Yeah, that shit's obnoxious.
I just played a Reasoning Gate deck this morning, and I was like, why is this deck like allowed? The non-aggression area kills it.
It's like trying to find like they have like the goat site has like a machine deck list. See if I can get some ideas from there. Like I've never played a machine deck in Goat. Like I've been thinking about playing zombies. Zombies actually looks pretty fun. I think like that deck's kind of slept on. Like Book of Life is like kind of hoses a lot of decks.
Dude, Book of Life on a Sinister Serpent is like, or they Book of Life your only light monster that you have to get into your chaos plays. Book of Life has hosed me many times, and I'm like, this card is so good, but it's the thing about zombies is there's not really many different routes to go in. Like you pyramid turtle into your Ryukoki or your Vampire Lord, and you kind of just go from there. If Zombie Master was a thing, it'd be a lot better, but a little bit late.
Someone used to go to like my local's Edison tournament playing like a zombie deck with Zombie Master. It wasn't even like a combo deck. It was just like it felt like playing against a goat deck with Zombie Master in it.
Summon, Pyramid Turtle, creature swap, attack, Ryukoki.
Creature swap's probably like my favorite card in Goat format, hands down. It's either like it's between that and Kaiku. Like those are like 2 favorite cards.
Yeah, I think mine is Donzalug. I tried to fit Donzalug in literally every deck I played.
Bro, I built I built two Don's Luke decks, one for Edison and one for Goat, and they're both like pretty decent. You're creature swapping, like if I like the times where it's like you creature swap a tomato, run over to the tomato, summon a Don's Luke, and like oh my god, it's just backbreaking.
Yeah, get a card out the hand, especially if you hit a good one. I've hit BLS a couple times with like Thestalos or Don, and I'm like, yeah, give me that.
And then like the little like spice card in that deck was Mirror Wall. They would go to like run over the Don's Luke. It's like nah dog, Mirror Wall.
Mirror fucking wall.
Mirror Wall, baby.
You weren't
We're ripping a card
that,
out your
were you?
It was even better in Edison because like you set the Donzalug, they think it's a Raikou, run like their Treeborn Frog or some shit in there. Yeah. It's like 14 damage. I'm taking a card,
and it doesn't get destroyed, so I'm gonna attack over it again.
Hell, I'm gonna hit you too.
Shout out to Mirror Wall, man. The card is
Mirror Wall, like, it was so spicy. Like even like I played a game where it's like I played against Reasoning Gate. And it was like set the Mirror Wall, summon Kaiku, and pass. And it's like they couldn't do any of like their chaos shenanigans, so they just Reasoning Gate into their biggest monster that they can, swing it in. It's like, okay, here's Mirror Wall, now I'm gonna rip your grave.
Thanks for that.
God, I love Mirror Wall. That card's like some spicy attack card.
I tried to build Amazonis in GOAT, but there's just not enough. There's not enough support.
At Granger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small
I didn't know the Armed Dragon
stuff.
cards were GOAT format cards.
Yeah, the very first set of GX, like you can play Vanilla Heroes and play like I think it's like the only fusions you got are Flame Wingman and Thunder Giant.
Yeah, it's okay.
Like, Thunder Giant, like not bad.
Thunder Dragon isn't terrible. At 2400, you can destroy something less than 2400. That's not the worst thing.
Yeah. I think like the way that that would be played just like with what's it called Fusion Zone, the field spell.
Oh, Fusion Gate.
Yeah, Fusion Gate.
Yeah,
Fusion Gate Heroes is kind of funny.
Somebody did like a fusion thing and went Master of Oz on me. Double Master of Oz, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Damn. That's some spice.
He went double, he went Light Hex Sealed Fusion plus Death Kangaroo off the Fusion Gate, removed them, summon Master of Oz. And then he went Dimension Fusion, summon them back, and then Fusion Gate them again for the second Master of Oz. And just attacked me for game. And I was like, this is so stupid.
That's so good. Oh my.
Like, how did I just get bodied by this so clean?
Master of Oz Turbo.
Master of Oz, it literally was Master of Oz Turbo, bro. And I was like, you know what? I deserve this. I should have been ready for the double